Taking a live look right here at El Paso, the border crossing in Texas. Well, despite its best effort to date, the Biden administration has been unable to end Title 42.
Yeah, the Supreme Court ruled back in December that the administration lacked sufficient authority to reverse the Trump-era policy. And that decision is now prompting one Texas legislator to introduce a statewide version of the law that would allow Texas to immediately expel migrants using the state's health authority.
Brian Harrison is a Republican Texas state rep, former chief of staff at the Department of Health and Human Services under Trump, and the man behind the bill. Sir, thanks so much for coming on. The bill you proposed would keep a statewide version of Title 42 in place until the federal state of emergency and other mandates end. If Title 42 has already been affirmed by the Supreme Court, what's the point of your bill?
Well, we've got a president of the United States who, since his first week in office, has done everything in his power to get rid of Title 42. I don't see that changing anytime soon. And even what's left of Title 42, what the courts have forced him to keep, is still just a shred of the Title 42 that we were enforcing during the Trump administration. And the president's trying to talk out of both sides of his mouth. He continues to force America to live under a declared state of emergency on public health grounds for COVID-19 that he can no longer justify. And so if he's going to do that, and especially given that Title 42 is in limbo, then Texas, who's the first impacted and the most impacted by this national security, economic, and public health disaster on the border, we are completely justified in using our public health authorities to put in place our own Title 42 laws so that we as a state can do the job that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris refused to do: save Texas, save America, lock down the southern border of the United States.
It's such a battle. You have these legal arguments to get masks back on planes because of COVID, but you want to remove COVID measures at the border. It doesn't make much sense when you say it out loud, when you write it on paper and read it back to yourself. Meanwhile, this border crossings are showing no sign of decreasing, as you know. In fact, since October, more than 860,000 encounters happened, according to CBP, crossing the U.S.-Mexico border. We saw 250,000 just in the month of December alone, the highest on record, beating 2021. It doesn't seem like this crisis is getting any more manageable. Final thoughts, State Rep.
Yeah, it's not at all getting more manageable. A record-smashing 250,000 last month. And by Biden administration's own math, if and when Title 42 goes away, that number is going to skyrocket to 540,000 every month. But even at the current rate, we are importing, through just illegal crossings, crossing our border, the same number of people who live in the 10th largest city in America every 4 months. And I got to give Joe Biden credit. This is the one campaign promise he kept. He campaigned on open borders. He's giving America open borders. Texans are paying the price. America's paying the price. Texas, we need to use every tool available to us to shut that border down, to do the job that he is derelict in doing. And that's why I propose this bill. We need Title 42, immediate deportations of illegals the minute they cross. We can do it. It's legal. And I'm trying to stand up and do everything we can here in Texas to save America from the disaster that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are forcing upon us.
That is Texas State Rep Brian Harrison joining us with his plan. We'll keep following it. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your time today.